Hi everyone, this is Ribbit. He's a frog with ears. So apparently, frogs don't have external ears. Well, Ribbit does, and I don't care. He's having ears. Anyway, I want to make a game about a frog hopping around the world, and that's it, right? It's going to be a precision platformer. Let's get started. So I found an old doodle of a frog that I did many years ago, redrew it on Adobe Animate, imported it into Unity, and now Ribbit's in the game. But he doesn't do anything, so I wrote some stuff on the thing that applies force upwards, and now I can get him hopping up and down, chuffed. The next step is to actually make him look like he's jumping, or at least doing something, so I drew some frames of him crouching down and then leaping up into the air. Whoa, look at him. Yeah, he's looking good. Then I spent some time refining the physics and the animation and create a small level made out of blue blocks for Ribbit to hop around. I won't lie, he's looking good. During this time though, I thought he probably could do with a high jump as well, so in case I want to make levels in the future with more verticality, it might be useful to have a high jump direction. So I drew him looking up, added an additional jumping direction, and voila, there we go. Now, the story of the game is going to be that one day Ribbit was chilling out by the pond, as you do, and because he's a dad, he's got a few frogs, and because he's a frog, he's got like 100 of them, right? He's got 100 kids. And unexpectedly, one day a tornado hit the pond and dispersed the froglets across the island. Oh no! Ribbit, he can't believe it, right? He can't believe what's just happened. He's like, I must save my froglets, or whatever, and that's the goal of the game. Retrieve the froglets and bring them back to the pond. Granted, the story isn't going to win the Man Booker Prize, but I like it. It's simple. It's just like me and the game. Speaking of simple, we need to spice things up in the game now. So next, we need some obstacles for Ribbit to overcome. Number 1, destructible platforms. So these are platforms that are destroyed after jumping off them. So you may wonder how that's an obstacle, since it's destroyed after jumping. If Ribbit ever needs to turn around and jump back to a previous location, suddenly which platforms you jumped on matter. You can't just jump on all the platforms. You might have to leave some so you can return back to where you were. I also added some spikes, which I forgot to add to the list, where Ribbit can't touch them. He will die instantly, which makes jumping through them super scary. Next are icy platforms, which are self-explanatory. They're slippery surfaces. These are really fun to experiment with. Sinking platforms, which can force you to rush your jumps, potentially make mistakes. Naturally, from that you would get rising platforms, which are surprisingly tricky to traverse. And then our moving platforms, which I showed you earlier, but alongside that I'll also show a windy environment. A strong wind can make Ribbit go nowhere. It'll prevent him from getting to where he wants to go. It can also make him completely overshoot. As long as you're careful, Ribbit can make these jumps, and you can combine wind with icy surfaces to make Ribbit skate across the floor and make the timing of the jumps really precise. And lastly, increased weight. So when Ribbit collects one of his froglets, they'll hop onto his back and add additional weight to Ribbit, shortening his jumps. So I drew a template of a froglet, since each one is going to be slightly different in appearance. Then I made a script for collecting them. It works, but it looks terrible at the moment, so I made a sort of riding animation for the froglets. Now Ribbit can collect them and take them wherever he goes. Awesome, looks great. And that's it. So far I've been working on it for a few weeks now. I have some more ideas for obstacle types, but if you have any ideas of your own, please share them on the comments below. And thank you for watching.